Hi, my name is Del and welcome to Comic Snags. As you can tell from the title of this video and from what I just dropped on my desk, I went to the LA Comic Con earlier this month in October. And I went for one day and I went with my kids and their friend and we had a great time. I'm not in this video, I'm not going to talk about money because I spent a whole bunch of money, but you know what, it was well worth it because that money went directly to the people who inspired me with their writing or their art or their acting actually. So I actually had a lot of fun. And so let me go and show you what I found. Like I said, I'm not going to discuss numbers in this video because it was a lot of money. All right. Maybe I shouldn't even call this a comic snag video. This is more like a comic experience. Okay, let's start you off with these prints that I have. These are David Mack prints, and they are gorgeous. They are super gorgeous. Of course, there's Daredevil and there is Elektra, and they are both signed by Mr. Mack right here at the bottom. Awesome. I thought these were incredible, so I had to go and pick them up. And one of the main reasons we went to Comic-Con was because I wanted some of my art signed. And so these are characters, if you don't recognize them, of course, this is Twilight Sparkle from My Little Ponies, the Ravens from Go, or the Ravens from Teen Titans Go, and Teen Titans, of course, there's Bubbles from Powerpuff, Timmy Turner, Ms. Minutes, and Tommy Pickles. And so all these, or most of them, were voiced by Tera Strong. And of course, I had Tera Strong sign it, and she graciously allowed me to take a picture of her signing my work. They both loved what I did. But what's funny is that during the time in line when I was waiting, I got fact checked. I was showing somebody this little montage that I made for, or tribute for Tera Strong, and I got fact checked by some guy who said that she did not voice Tommy Pickles. And I was like, what? She did it? And we ended up searching online, and we found out that she actually voiced Dill Pickles, and actually Tommy Pickles is actually voiced by E.G. Daily. And I was like so embarrassed. I was in line, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have her sign this, and and she didn't do one of the voices. So as I'm going there, and I text my daughter because she's the one who told me that she was Tommy Pickles. So I'm there in line, and you know, she's about to sign it, and I apologize. I am so sorry, but you know what? I know you didn't do Tommy Pickles. I got fact checked in line, and I know that you are Dill Pickles. And then she was like, oh, she was so cool about it, and she goes, you know what you could actually do? He's actually voiced by E.G. Daily, a good friend of mine. I do a lot of work with her. You could actually put make a drawing of Buttercup somewhere, and then eventually you could have her sign this. And she was so cool about it. I actually loved meeting her, and I thought that experience was awesome. All right, let me get you down to the other things I got. So I did buy some comic books while I was there. I only bought like a handful of them. And this one is Sandman, the doll, Sandman number 12. And this is something to fill my Sandman collection. And then I found these. You can see the sticker price, but I didn't actually pay that amount. So we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 11, or 1.1. And this is an Alex Ross cover, and it is signed by Alex Ross. And I thought that was phenomenal. I don't know if you can see it, but then, yeah. And this was incredible, man. This is an incredible cover of Lady Death. This is Lady Death Dragon Wars number 1. And this is signed by James O'Barr. I found this. This is The Walking Dead number 75. And this is signed by Robert Kirkman. And then finally, the last comic book that I had bought over there. This is the new X-Men number, or the Uncanny X-Men number 95. And I thought this was awesome. This was at a great deal, and so I had to go and pick it up. I was looking for 94, but 95 was there, and it was at a great price. Like I said, I'm not gonna mention numbers there, but if you see the stickers there, I didn't pay that price. Okay, now let's get on to the very other items there that I was glad to procure. So this is Unsacred, and I met Mirka Andolfo. Is it Andolfo? Yeah, Mirka Andolfo, and I was thinking of getting a commission cover by her because you know what? her artwork on her covers and original art looks just like her covers, which was fantastic. She has a really nice blend of like anime and regular comic book art, and I really enjoy it. She was really sweet. She was very patient while I was looking through her original artwork. And I saw her prices of it, and then I was gonna have her, like I said, do a custom cover, but we had just run out of time because we're only there for like one day, and by the time I got to her table, it was already, I think it was like 4 o'clock. And then my daughter said that she had to leave at 5:45, and she had other commissions ahead of mine. But so she wasn't going to be able to finish it in time before we left. But you know what? My daughter said, oh, she could actually go in late. She could actually get there later than what she told me. And I was so upset. Well, I wasn't upset. I was like disappointed. I was like, man, maybe I should have had her do the custom and picked it up later. But you know what? That's it. Maybe next time I see her, I'm going to go and ask her for a custom. All right. So the next comic book is, okay. So this one I did get a custom cover. This is a cover of Red Sonia by David Mack. I thought that was very cool. And I got another remark here. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 49. And this is a remark done by Dustin W. And so, Dustin W, he is actually a really great artist. I love his stuff on Descender, and I actually have a few autographs from him, and I was actually glad to see him over there. What I wanted was a custom cover from him, and I actually paid him the amount, and he was very reasonable on what he could do for a custom cover. But unfortunately, I had left this with him, and when I came back, you know, there was he gave it to me, and there was money on the other end, like other end, and so he said that he apologized to me, and he said that he tried to make a nice cover, a bust of Black Cat. And what happens is that the cover of this comic book is like some sort of plastic, and it wouldn't take the ink. It wouldn't take the Sharpie ink. And so he had to settle on the remark and just let it dry. He was very sorry, and it was great that he actually gave my money back for it. So, you know, I just turned around and grabbed that money and decided to buy one of his little original artwork there. He had like 5x7 pieces available. And so I found one, and I thought it was great. And so I just handed him the money. I said, I'll just take this one. And so this is Dustin Win's Hellboy. And I thought it was awesome. It's done in pencil. And it is an incredible piece of work. All right, I'm glad I have that. Now, this one is Spider-Punk number 1. And this is actually from my own collection. I brought it with me because I found that Cody Ziegler was going to be there. And I got his autograph. Then I have Chicken Devil. And the writer, Brian Buccellato, was going to be there. So I had him sign it over here. Again, this is from my collection. And I have No One number 1. And and I had actually great conversations with Brian Buccellato. He talked about Chicken Devil, he talked about No One, and then after that, at the table right next to him, Kyle Higgins was there, and he's actually another writer I read from his Power Ranger stuff, and I wish I had the time to go look through my collection, because I know I have like his other comic book series. I believe it's from was it Massiverse or something like that, or Radiant. Well, I have Radiant Black there, and I have I think Massiverse. I think that's the title. The one that's Radiant Black. Oh my God, I'm blanking out on the name. Sorry about that. But then I do like reading his work, and so I actually had him sign it. So I have both writer creators on here, which is awesome. And then this one here. Oh, this is awesome. So this is I saw Joelle Jones there. It was fantastic just to talk to her and meet her. She's very sweet. And I ended up buying this one here. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, the convention exclusive, and I have had her sign it over here in the corner. Awesome. Oh, and then this was awesome. This is Invincible number 1. This is the convention exclusive. It is signed by Ryan Otley. And I was at his table. His line was long, man. The longest lines for the people there signing was Scott Snyder. I actually have a couple of stuff signed by him already. But his line was like massive. And of course there was Mark Silvestri. His line was massive, and Ryan Otley. So I didn't get a chance to actually meet or talk with him, but I did end up going right up to his table and seeing what he had available. And there's signed books already, and so I just bought one. And I was able to see what he looks like, and I thought it was very cool. So maybe next time I go to a convention, I'll go ahead and I'll stand in the line for him to get something like a custom cover or something like that. And so this one here, oh, that's right. Okay, so I think in the last video, I actually said if I ever see her at a convention, I'm going to sign this. And so I brought it, and I was like, you know, because she was going to be there, and if her line was going to be long, and if it was going to be reasonable for me to meet her, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And so I stood in line there, and man, we had like a 10-minute conversation. She is actually incredible. MingNa Wen, still looks great. I think she's like over 60 at this point, or maybe 60. But it was awesome. I mean, I was near the end of the line, near the cutoff, literally the second person before it gets cut off. And she had to go outside to go meet some people. And then when she comes back, she's like running, and I'm like, oh my God, she's like hustling, trying to get back to us so she could go ahead and sign some books or take some photos with. And, you know, I had a good conversation with her. We talked about, I put this comic book in front of her, and it's like, she was like, oh my God, I haven't seen this in such a long time. And I was like, well, you know what? You still look exactly the same. It's like, no. And she goes, no, I wish I was like actually this size. And I was like, you know, you still are that size. You know, if she's gained any weight, or it's almost, you can't even see it. But you know, she was very awesome. We talked for a good time because I was near the end of the line, and so we talked for a good 10 minutes, and it was awesome. And then she actually signed it by Mulan. So I thought that part was kind of funny. But she was an incredible person to talk to, and if anybody has a chance, if she does any conventions near you and you have a chance to go ahead and talk to her, because she's awesome. All right, so the final book that I got there was this one here. This is actually from my collection again, and this is Darth Vader number 21. This is the cover with Moff Gideon on it. And so Giancarlo Esposito was there, and so after I got in line for MingNa Wen, I saw some of my cousins and we talked, and then they went off to do something. Then I went off. Oh, but you know what? I gotta talk about this first. My cousin had one of the coolest things. He was a big Power Ranger fan, and so he wanted a signature by Amy Jo Johnson, and he got it. And he got it on a helmet, and it was sick, man. It was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen at the convention. And you know what? I think I snapped a picture of it. Let me go show it to you guys, because it was awesome. So anyway, back to my story. So I'm there in line for Giancarlo Esposito, and so I'm waiting there, and like time passes. He's a little bit late for coming back from lunch, and it's cool. So he goes there, and I finally get to the front of the line, and he's about to sign. I show it to him. I say, hey, I love your work. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. And then he sees the cover, right? And he grabs like a black marker. And then he changes his mind, and he grabs a gold marker. And on my head, I was like, dude, there's a white marker right there. So I was like, I'm sorry, Mr. Esposito, can you actually sign in the white marker, please? And he just he makes that exasperated sigh, like, but then because I know I kind of annoyed him, and so, he puts the cap back onto the gold marker, and then he grabs a white marker, and then he makes sure it works. Then he signs it, and he's got like one of the most gorgeous signatures I've ever seen. It is awesome, and I tell him that because I know he's annoyed with me. I was like, sir, you have like one of the best signatures I've ever seen. And he's like, thank you very much. And in my head, I'm like, Gus is going to... All right, man. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go and not end the video with this. I do have a couple unboxings I want to show you as well. Hold on one second. Let me put these stuff away and get to the other stuff. All right. So I received 2 packages over the last couple weeks. And then we're just gonna do a live opening here of what I have. So one of them is a Kickstarter, and the other one is from an auction. Let's open up the auction first. All right. Okay, let's go. All right, this stuff I won at auction. I want to say overall I think I spent like about $100. That's how much I usually spend on these auctions. And so let's go and see what I got. How do you open this? Is it? Okay. Okay, so here's the invoice. Really doesn't say how much I paid, but all right, let's go take a look. So this one, I remember I won this at the auction, and this for $15. This is Y the Last Man on Earth, number 1, or the Y the Last Man. I don't know why I added of Earth on there. Y the Last Man, and they did have a show on this that didn't last very long, but I'm actually glad I found this to put into my collection. All right. Then there's this one. I tried to be slick there. Sorry, didn't quite work out. So we have NYX number 4, and I think I actually bought this for I think $40 or something like that. And this is the first cover appearance of X-23, and I thought that was very cool. And the last one I got was this one. This is Amazing Adventures number 11, and I thought this was pretty cool. This is the first time I believe Beast turned into the blue furry. No, he's not blue furry. I guess the Beast, the more beast-like state, and he's actually gray in this one. So I thought this was very cool, and I think I bought this for $45, which is great because I'm a big X-Men fan. I was looking for this book for a while. So anyway, those are my auctions. Now let's open up the other package. All right. Oh shoot! I flipped that over, and this is what I have. I thought this was pretty cool. So what happens that I bought this here. So this was a Kickstarter for Midnight Planet. Oh no, sorry, Midnight Planet, Midnight Tiger, and this is actually by my friend. His name is Ray Anthony Height, and so I actually went to school with him. We went to like sort of a trade school for like animation, and he was there, and the animation program was basically they just show you a whole bunch of stuff, and this was like almost how long was this, like almost 20 years ago, if not more. And so Ray Anthony Height, he was actually the best artist in our class. He was phenomenal, and he actually, before we actually graduated from the school, he actually got some jobs at Marvel, and he started doing some Marvel work. And so every so often I'd bump into him in a convention, and I always support his work. And this is the Midnight Tiger. This is his independently owned character that he made a book with. I want to say the publisher was like Action, something like that. So I thought it was very cool. So his Kickstarter showed up, and I ended up buying it. So this is like his, I guess, like a trade, a hardcover trade of something. I don't know, because I haven't read it yet. So I'm gonna be sure to open this up and read it. But there was some other stuff. I think I gave a really high donation to him, and so he made a custom cover as well. And this is the Midnight Tiger number 3. I thought this was pretty cool. So that was pretty awesome. Wow, I actually thought this was a real cover, but then yeah, this is definitely a custom with pen and ink in there. So, and I guess there was like some other drawings in there included, and then there's this one here. This is another Midnight Tiger one. Great little original art. What's this? Oh yeah, CX Publishing, a little sticker, and that's it. All right, so those are the items I got from my Kickstarter package, and I thought they're awesome. Yeah, so next time I see him, I'm gonna tell him that I bought some stuff from his Kickstarter. All right, man. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you are new to this channel and you liked what you just watched, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. Either watch the previous video or the next video. And like I said, I don't think this was a comic snag video. This was more like a comic experience. Thank you guys so much. It made me so happy to go that Saturday for that one day. Tiring, but you know what? It was well worth it. All right, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.